Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. So in this video I'm going to obviously leave my blower in my shop running as I'm running some coke here. Hopefully you can still hear me over the noise of the blower. If not, you'll never see this video. But I take it if you're watching this video currently, apparently I decided it was good enough. So in this video we're going to take and continue our forging progressions, and start applying it now to some different things. We've covered flattened out scrolls, we've covered out flattened flame details like so. We've done sawtooths. Sorry, making sure I don't burn this piece up here. We've made sawtooth things. We've made offset sawtooths. We've made weird offset sawtooths on the other ends. We've talked about doing this as towel bars or potential toilet paper roll holders, things of that nature. We've talked about some of the mechanical advantages of doing this type of learning forging progression and the value of that. And now we're going to apply it to yet another scroll-like form. So we're going to start with a cube of material. This is 3/8 inch square material. We're going to start that over the edge of the anvil and work at knocking the corners off of it to round it up slightly into what's going to become a snub on the end of a scroll. We're going to work that out around our corner here and just get it mostly there. So we'll keep hammering that out, clean up the transition here. And now we've kind of got a bit of an ungulate shaped thing or an oval. We're going to stick it back in the fire and we're going to go ahead and go at it again here. Now, while I've got your attention here and you're patiently awaiting this for the next step, I want to thank you for being here. Thank you if you are a new subscriber to the channel. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, it's a great way of taking and supporting this channel is if you subscribe and hit the jingly bell for notifications and watch the videos and hopefully find something good about them. We have over 1,000 videos here on the channel for you to enjoy, and chances are, almost guaranteed, if you have a question about something, chances are I've answered it already in video format. So take a look around the channel and see what you might come up with. Again, we're just going to round this little snub up, what they call a snub end scroll. We're trying to make it look nice, a little less oval and ungulate shape, and we're trying to go for a little more round or bald on the end. We don't want to clean this up too much here, just a little bit. Okay, so here we are so far. So you guys should be able to see this just fine. Now, well, what are we going to do? Well, we can just scroll this up as is, or we can add some additional detail to this, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and go for right now as we speak. So we'll go ahead and heat that up. I'm going to take a much longer heat on this and pushing the snub past the fire and talk about something else. We're going to segue into my little infomercial here. So if you like this type of video content and you would like to support this in the future, a great way of doing that is sharing this video around with your friends or people that you might find that would find it helpful or informative. That's one great way of doing it. Another great way of doing it, if you want to pledge some financial support, is go check out our website over at blacksmithpdfs.com. That is another great way of keeping these videos coming, buying new gear and camera gear and audio and things like that to keep the content flowing in on a daily basis. So we'll get this good and hot and then we'll be out here. So in this next step, what I'm going to do is, you've seen people go to the vise and twist things. I'm going to twist this all up before I get started. That's the reason why I'm trying to take a much longer heat. But instead of doing it at the vise, I'm going to use a pair of very handy scrolling pliers. If you don't have scrolling pliers, just a pair of flat stock, A pair of flat stop tongs will work as well as if you grip it on the flat. They might work just as well, so don't be concerned about that if you don't have the scrolling tongs or whatever. So this is hot enough now that we can give it a twist. You want this to be at a pretty high heat. Oh, it's been a while since I've done this by hand without any leverage on the other end. I got it started to twist. We're going to go ahead and heat that back up. And while that heats up, I'm going to grab another pair of tongs here that'll be able to grip the back end. Just like so. I want to use a pair of wolf jaw tongs. That ought to help. Again, you want to bring this as high a heat as possible. Now, if you don't, or you're not feeling comfortable with tongs, just go over to vise. I just didn't want to move the camera for this demonstration, so I want it to be as quick as possible. So that's what we're going to do now. Again, grabbing at the same spot. Now grabbing with the wolf jaw tongs. Now I'm going to twist this up. You want to go fairly tight with this twisting. Okay. It's looking pretty good. A little more, so this way it's flat and plain again. Looks good. So I don't have an exact historical name for this or a reference points for this type of scroll. I'm just going to call it a twisted scroll. You can call it whatever you like or go research it. Maybe, I guarantee it's been used before, but there you have it. That's been twisted up now. We'll take one more heat on this and we'll scroll it up. I keep reaching for this handle over here thinking I'm going to just whip this thing around, and I forget that I got the electric blower hooked up to this, so I know it looks silly. Oh, there's no point in doing that. So now in this next heat, we're going to go on the far side edge of the anvil and we're going to scroll this up. Now, I may have not mentioned this at the start of my video, but this material is 3/8 by 3/8 inch square stock, or 10 mil by 10 mil square stock, if you will. So we're going to heat the tip. We're going to heat the tip of the scroll more than the rest of it. That way we can start a really nice scroll on the end, and then the rest will come too. So here we go. We're going to aim it over the edge, and then we're going to do most of our working. We want to keep that snub nice and tight. We're going to do most of our working on the top of the anvil. We got that so far. Don't take it too far at once. Heat that back up. Now, we don't want to start hitting, we don't want to take and end up hitting the twisted portion of the scroll. So I'm going to switch from this hammer, and I'm going to go back over to using a wooden mallet. Now I'm going to use the back side of this wooden mallet because the face is nice and clean for doing bowl work. But you can just make a regular wooden mallet and it'll be just fine. So now we got that. We want to take and roll us a really nice scroll here. And this is just one more tool to your artistic arsenal that you can add to your work. And I hope you're finding this handy. I'll just set this mallet down so I don't have to go back for it. And we're going to brush it up here. Drop it once. Why not? I'm in a rush here to get this done in a 10-minute video. I got dinner waiting on me, and we're almost expired. You can call me a lot of things, but don't call me late for dinner. I don't like being late for dinner. But anyways, there you have it. Put this away. There you all have it. So that is a twisted snub end scroll. Now obviously you can do this all sorts of different types of ways. You can add any type of things you would like to on the end. This could just be a ribbon scroll. This could be a penny scroll. But now I'm hoping if I can put these things together, you guys can start seeing some interesting shapes and forms come along. Some different things, finials, bouquets, hinges, chest hardware, all sorts of stuff that could come from this, and different variations and arrangements of this material. Again, you could come into that there and bundle those together. There's a lot of different things you can do. You can put that away. That could just come off the end like that. It's just one more dimension of things that you can add to your work. And I hope you found this video informative. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you thought. And as always, God bless you, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.